Welcome to the Fairhaven Taxi Tour. Hi, my name is Janet, and I'm here with my classmates Fiona, Crystal, Isabella, and Kadar. We're from Common Ground High School Environmental Justice class, and the point of our taxi tour is to let the residents of Fairhaven Annex area know the bad impacts the factories they live around have on them and their environmental. We hope that people get more information about their environment problem and how to reach for help if they want to solve the problem. So our taxi tour is going to start at the English station, and we're going to take you guys at some other places around here.
Hi, I'm Isabella, and I'm at the Old English Station. This was built in 1929, serving as a major power plant for United Illuminating. And although this was closed long ago, it is still emitting dangerous chemicals around us, and it's still a major health risk due to new owners failing to get it clean. An administrative order was announced months ago to investigate the contamination happening at the site. Now workers are deciding how to clean up the area of PCBs and other contaminants. For further information, contact DEP or New Haven Environmental Justice Coalition.
Hi, I'm Janet. The site I'm talking about is the 95 highway that a lot of diesel vehicles pass through to get into Fairhaven's height. According to New Haven Toxic Air Report, these vehicles produce half of all emissions in New Haven. Diesel PM, POM, alkaline 3 are three of over 40 chemicals that make up the diesel exhaust. These diesel vehicles and equipments are the principal health risks from air toxic in New Haven. People in the Fairhaven Annex area are in more risk due to the fact that their highway goes right over the neighborhood.
Hi, my name is Crystal, and this is the next stop, the Buchanan Marine. The Buchanan Marine is a marine towing business. It operates a fleet of 3 tugs and about 100 barges. Buchanan Marine operates commercial marine vessels which emit diesel particulate matter. Particulate matter, polyalic organic matter, acrolein, and formaldehyde. Diesel particulate matter makes up diesel exhaust and contributes to human health risks and in New Haven. The health risks range from irritation of the eyes and nose, headaches and nausea, to respiratory disease and lung cancer. POM compounds are also byproducts of the Buchanan Marine. And the major health risks from exposure to POM is cancer. The health effects of acrolein may be upper respiratory tract irritation and congestion. Formaldehyde is also used in the marine towing industry. The short-run health effects of formaldehyde may be skin irritation, burning in the eyes and nose, coughing, and nausea. Buchanan Marine is just one of the many polluting businesses.
Hi, I'm Fiona. Our next stop is the Quinnipiac River. The Quinnipiac River flows from Plainville to New Haven and was an important factor in the survival of Native Americans and after them English settlers. The river has provided humans with a rich supply of oysters and fish, allowing their communities to grow and thrive. For several hundred years, humans were able to live off the river with little to no damage done to the river. It wasn't until the Industrial Revolution that people started to have a negative impact on it. Landfills were built on tributaries, and sewage treatment plants were built to discharge directly into the water. Residential neighborhoods were built in the vicinity without taking measures to preserve the wildlife. The Quinnipiac isn't a contributor to pollution, but it is a victim to it. It has been and currently is contaminated by trash, stormwater runoff, industrial discharges, sewage treatment discharges, landfill leaching, fertilizers and pesticides, and erosion and sedimentation. The contamination indirectly affects the residents of Fairhaven in many ways, through the wildlife and the aquatic life in the river. Due to pollution, the oysters, which were an important part of the river's ecosystem, started to diminish. By the 1960s, the river was no longer fishable and was ranked a Class D river, the worst ranking a river can get. By the late 1960s, though, acts like the Clean Water Act helped to dissipate some of the pollution. There are many cleanup efforts in process, mainly carried out by the Quinnipiac River Watershed Association. The public can also try to push for the government for permitting, conservative discharge limits, and strict enforcement. They can also report dumping that they witness and be actively involved in the cleanup efforts that, as mentioned earlier.
Actually, that's not a bad spot for the harbor.
You can stop. This part of the tour occurred at the Harbor Industrial Area, which is right next to the Fairhaven Annex area. The original settlers used the harbor for trade and transportation. 300 years later, the harbor is still a valuable resource providing great economic opportunities for the residents of New Haven. The harbor industrial area includes facilities such as power plant, run by PSEG, an incinerator that is a part of the waste treatment plant, and companies that store petroleum products used by most of South Central Connecticut. These facilities contribute to pollution in many ways. The petroleum station transport 38 tons of product that leak chemicals into the water and evaporate, which could lead to acid rain.
This 38 tons of product is 34% of emissions in New Haven from point sources. Air pollution, including mercury emissions, occurs when the incinerator burns sludge waste that goes up into the air and into the water. When all the trucks travel in and out of the industrial area, they emit greenhouse gases. And toxins that are also contribute to noise pollution. This might be a minute. Alright, you want to try? Yeah. According to the EPA, developing children who are exposed to mercury have impaired neurological development. There are many health effects when you are exposed to petroleum, such as nervous system effects, nausea, headaches, etc., respiratory irritation. It can also affect your kidneys and your blood. Gasoline contains a small amount of benzene, which is a human carcinogen. This situation is unfair to the citizens of the Fairhaven Annex area, because they are at more risk of all these health effects by being so close to the industrial pollution.
The loose definition of environmental justice is an environmental issue that involves the people and the government. It is when a natural resource or human group is at risk, usually due to a man-made issue. They are usually the minority being put at risk for the majority, or for the benefit of a select group versus a large group. These issues that we just spoke of are EJ issues, because the residents of Fairhaven Heights are being subjected to hazardous chemicals and pollutions, which they didn't realize that they were. They were at risk to many severe negative health effects, and they have the right to find out not only more information about it, but to also contact their leaders about possible solutions or changes. The majority of residents don't know who they can contact about this, which is why we try to provide them with as many contacts as possible. Some of these contacts include the New Haven Environmental Justice Network, Alderman Aaron Greenberg, the DEP, Lee Cruz, and the Office of Sustainability of Greater New Haven. It is their responsibility to reach out to their local government and agencies, and then those officials need to do their job and do what they can to please both the industrial and residential life. Thank you for joining us on our toxic tour.
Thank you for joining us in our toxic tour for surveying people around the Fairhaven area about the toxicity in their neighborhood.
This is an informational brochure that we created listing toxicity issues within the Fairhaven Annex area. We also gave a list of people whom you can contact for more information.
Esto es un proyecto que hemos sido juntos en un grupo en escuela. Si tú quieres contactar por más información, hay contestaciones abajo.